so Lex is trying to basically um, interview him, try try to try to get through to him, and um, we're going to show a couple of clips of that interview. Great interview, by the way. And we're gonna start with this part. Um,
That you woke him up. You woke the people up to the fact that he was narrowly being selfish. There's a sense to which you're being corrupted by your own greatness. That you're focusing too much on the industry that you've made great, that you've rose to the very top. One of the richest artists in history, one of the greatest designers,
I'm not. I am the richest artist in history.
probably the richest artist in
Like,
history. Yeah,
like,
I don't. I
they
you know,
say the funny thing is they're like, oh, richest black person, like, oh, also richest actor, richest musician, richest fashion designer. Like it's a bunch of riches in that one. You know what I'm saying? It's like richer than Ralph Lauren, like richer than Armani, like richest, like of that, but still low. Like, cause where do you put that? You know, like on the totem. Cause I don't even want to
man's bank account isn't everything. I would say you and I are equal in a certain deep sense, no matter what the bank account says.
Voom, 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 voom. So I wanted to give you some theme music for your
It
moments.
sounded a little muddy.
Let me give you the Timberland version.
Yeah. Thank you.
But okay,
Play that at the club.
So the other thing about like say like Balenciaga is
Lex said something really deep right there,
Yeah.
and his response was a theme song.
Boom, boom, boom,
Woo, woo, woo,
boom,
woo.
boom, boom.
I think one of the things by watching this video, I think if you watch the full interview, you will find a lot of contradictions. I mean, we humans have a lot of contradictions, but
Yeah.
Kanye goes from, let's say, he says here, he emphasizes, I'm the richest musician, richest fashion designer, richest. Later on, he says, money doesn't matter to me. I don't know. I don't know what I have to think about that. Do you have anything to?
Yeah, I don't know. So what I wanna know is whether or not he really. So whether those statements are true or not. Whether he's the richest fashion designer of all time, for example.
I have no idea. I didn't really. This is Kanye at. This is Kanye. So he's a moment guy. He will say whatever is on his mind. He doesn't have
alternative facts. Yeah.
He doesn't have a filter. What you will, we will also show that part, or maybe the consequence of what he says during the show later on. But he basically, the first thought that's comes into his brain, that's what he spills out. There is no let me structure what my thoughts are, and then try to convey my thoughts towards the listener.
And I agree with that. And he colors outside the lines as well. So that's the type of person he is. There are no lines.
There are no lines.
So
what are lines?
So you have to and so we cannot interpret what he's saying thinking that he's speaking like us. Yeah. He has his own way of thought, his own way of expressing himself, and it's basically a guess. It's basically a guess, and you can't even call it an estimated guess because you KR, I'll say this and then we can continue. Have you ever played the password game?
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Or are you asking the people who are watching right now?
No, I'm asking you.
No, I haven't.
So sometimes
maybe I've played it, but I don't know the name.
So I don't recall the name exactly, but sometimes you have a game. No. So the game goes as follows: you have you have, let's say, an encrypted code, and for you to understand, for you to read the code, you need a password. And the password is basically, the password helps you decode the encryption.
Mm.
So right now we're trying to interpret Kanye without the code. So it's a bit challenging, but we'll do our best.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I do agree with you on that. I was watching the whole interview. I have like 20 minutes to go, but it's not easy to encrypt his language.
To decrypt it.
Decrypt it. Sorry, did
Yeah.
I say encrypt?
Encrypt, yeah.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ!
if you want
Yeah,
to encrypt
decrypt.
that message,
I
then
don't want to. I don't want to encrypt it. I want to decrypt.
yeah.
Anyway, let's continue.
Is Demna will work with Ye someday, and for Cedric and for Francois Pinot, and Salma is a beautiful human being. 5 years from now, you'll hear and know the name Ye and know things that we did, and Balenciaga is not going to make it onto your questions. Would you, as a gambling man, would you bet on that?
I will bet on that. I can see it in your eyes.